Because I told him, and he was like, his face lit up. He's like,
It tastes a little weird. I got a hint of miados or something.
what the fuck?
I don't know.
Oh, it says grape semen.
What? No, it's like. Yeah, well, on The Office.
Yeah, Robert, California.
Yeah, the coconut subtle.
Yeah.
It's like penis coconut or some shit. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. What's up, everybody?
How are you guys doing?
Welcome back to CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast.
Podcast for you.
Apparently, according to Victor's
Made in 2020.
new motto.
Sí, güey. Está chido, ¿no?
Nah, that's all right.
I'm
You can do better.
almost 200 episodes in. I'm still looking for my
Niche.
yeah. What?
Yeah. Niche? You don't know what niche is?
My logo.
Logo. That's a picture.
My
stupid
trademark.
Ass. No, there you go. Trademark. There you go. Or like a
Slogan.
All right, redo it. Let's do it again. No, yeah, it's been 181 episodes of this here podcast. I hope that you guys are as happy as we are to be back. This is a new week. We're just kind of chilling it, bumming it. We're actually recording kind of late. What time is it? 8?
It's not the latest we've done.
Yeah, we have definitely. I mean, I remember, early on, and we would be doing like recordings at like fucking midnight and shit. Like, ¿Qué mamadas son esas, güey?
Sammy's like, hay que dormir. Sammy grew up.
Well, yeah, dude, that's the thing. Like when you have a job, ya sabes that. But like when you have a job, you have to wake up early. You have responsibilities. Like right now, I'm like, hey, wait, pues vamos a comer after, and you're like, no, es que no se puede.
Sí, güey.
Es que, pues, uno que tiene priorities.
Uno que trabaja.
You're like, you're around that stage where they've been saying that the kids will tell like those 30-year-olds, like people like us are like, bro, go start a family. Like,
yeah.
You see that shit? Yeah, I think I saw it on this video where it was like people like us, older cats, they try to keep up with like these kids' lingo and stuff. They're like 6, 7 or whatever. And then they're like, damn, grown ass man, by the way. And that's another reason why I can't like say some of the stuff that like my students say. Because it's like, well, one, some of those things aren't, I don't think they're funny. Which is funny. Like, like you could tell like it's a different level of brain rot. Like I understand humor. And then I'll hear some of the stuff they say. I'm like, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
And they'll just look at me like, mister, you're not funny. Whatever. And I'm just like, no, you guys aren't funny. You're not as funny as you think you are. Like, do you even know comedy? Like,
do you know Dave Chappelle?
And then they're just like, bro, go start a family already. Like, oh man, it's crazy, man. It's a whole ordeal, man. Just getting older. Y tú ya vas para arriba, güey. Ahí vas, estás, what do they say? You're learning la ley de la vida. Like, ahí vas, you're going through the trials and tribulations. I know those are big words, but you'll get them. Yeah.
Anyways, back to Mariachi. Sammy no vino. He had better things to do.
Oh, we're just going to get right into it?
Sí, güey.
Damn,
Sammy did not want to work
it's not
last
that.
weekend. No, fue al Cebu Shack y dice, ¿saben qué? No quiero trabajar.
Llegamos ahí, and then I'm like telling everybody, oh, like, it feels like I haven't seen y'all, like, because I'm just I think I told y'all, I'm just making a cameo. Because llegué and like our violinist was like, oh, hey, what's up? And I'm like, Don Luis like, oh, ¿qué pasó? I'm like saludando a todos, like, you're back. I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a cameo, dude. It's a one-off episode,
Yeah.
Like I felt like you know how like a guest star always comes into the show and then like the studio audience is like, woo.
Yeah.
And then you never see them on the episodes again. It's like it's literally a one-off. But yeah, man, it's just in my contract. Del Mariachi Allende, there's a contract, and it says on there we have a PTO.
No, we don't.
No, we don't have PTO.
Shit. I wish.
That's the other thing. Yeah, like we don't get PTO in a mariachi. Like being a charro, being a mariachi, like your income relies solely on you going out and working. So like That's why we've talked about how like old cats, like they're working until they're like 7 years old, like still playing these songs and stuff like that. But it's because they're supporting themselves, you know?
Yeah.
But imagine, dude, imagínate in a world where you just had PTO, like con mariachi. It's like, hey, wait, no, what we need. And then like you could get a sub, you get like a real sub. Because we have like a sub system at school. Like, you know, we put it in and like they're like, the subs are like little charros, bro. Like they just go online and they have like a portal and they're like, oh, este güey no vino. You know, and they just kind of look into it and they're like, oh, okay, well, oh, look, they're subbing in our class. Okay, cool. And then they just put in their name. Imagínate a place like that, like a substitute mariachi hub.
There is. You're not on it.
Yeah, you told me. Apparently there's apparently there's a secret society.
No, there's not.
It's a secret society. I like to say, you know, it's a secret society of mariachis because I didn't get the invite.
Well, it's because you never look for it.
Doesn't mean I want to be a part of it. I just want to be like there.
I just want to be included.
I just want to be all nosy. I'm like, hey, ¿qué pasó? Okay. And then I get kicked out. But I feel like that would be fun. You know, like it's just so anyway, back to the secret society. It's a secret society of charros.
It's not secret.
It's on WhatsApp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on WhatsApp.
Damn, and we are a lot though. We're 210 members.
Holy shit. Hay tantos charros, güey.
Sí, güey.
No wonder there's no fucking work, dude. Everybody's like literally just like scavenging. That's a lot of members.
Hace cuenta the average group is what? 6, 7? Ha, fuck. That was not intentional. Yes, but it is. It's around 6 or 7 members, right?
Aquí, yeah, más o menos por ahí, yeah.
210 divided by 7. That's not 30 groups. ¿Qué chingos hice mal?
Put it again. I'm not good with simple math. I've told you this.
Oh no, it is 30.
It's like 30 groups?
Yeah.
Pues ponle aquí, güey. Pues.
Más los like the one charro that's like part of like 10 groups.
yeah, muchos de esos. They're like the chameleons. Dude. Yeah. They essentially run around with like a collection of moños. Like we've known people like that. Yeah. Salen de su carrito, güey, and then they just have like everybody's moño on the dash. And
it's like a trophy.
Sí, güey. They're like just taking their, little trophy. They're displaying it. And I mean, ¿cuántas veces we've told Arturo, is like, hey, güey, ¿dónde están estos trajes? Like, oh, los tiene so-and-so.
Yeah.
Like he has trajes on reserve.
I thought you were going to say, like, hey, can I borrow a moño? Fócame moño. He's like, ya no tengo. It's like, fuck you mean? Like, you got 10 and we're 7. Like, you should have, like, extras. And he's like, no, es que no me han regresado. I'm like, no mames.
My dog, you're the boss. Like, tell him. He's like, I'm nervous. No, it's wild, dude, because it's true. Like, as a mariachi, like I've seen so many groups that we've talked about how like they'll just kind of branch out and play with whoever. But it's more like I feel like if I had like trajes that I owned, like I feel like I'd want those back. you know, like especially because I mean it's an investment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody told me here, I don't want to say names or whatever. He got out of a group and they said that they pay for their trajes. So now he just has a collection of these trajes of this. Oh, so I should reiterate, he's not in this group anymore.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah. So I have all these trajes like in my closet, and I was like, you paid for them? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, damn.
I would have sold mine back.
Well, that's what I told him. I was like, no se los vendiste, like back to the because I mean I feel like as a boss, te sirve. Yeah. You have these what's it called, suits that you can give to a new member, this and that. And I was like, he didn't ask like to buy them back. He's like, no. So now I'm like, that kind of sucks because this particular suit has like El Mariachi's name on the back.
Yeah.
So you're walking around, if you were to ever use that as you're like a human advertisement. You're like, oh, son mariachi so-and-so? Like, no, it's actually just me.
Yeah.
I'm just a loner. I actually got out. Yeah. It's like you're a prisoner. It's like I did 5 years. No, but it's apparently there's a secret society of charros that just go
Bro,
out there.
It's 210. That's like,
dude,
all of us.
That's
menos tú.
Por eso.
Porque no quieres. I think I can add you.
No, don't add me.
I'll let you live right now.
You have told me what goes on in there and like with the memes and stuff.
I can add you. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Add me. Yeah, add my number. See what happens. Like immediately kick out.
Yeah. Like he's just a pin.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, like that's kind of what goes on out here apparently. So if you're in this secret society, which I'm about to join,
it's not secret.
It's secret.
Everybody's in this group.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm looking down through my contacts and it says already added to group.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
No, espérate, no te encuentro. ¿Cómo te llamas? Oh, it's because I have used something else.
Oh, yeah, you got to find my name. Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, I was not here this week. I feel really bad about it. I told Arturo I had to submit an absence. You know, it's an unexcused absence.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, pues... Oh, I told you, right? He was like, busy guy. I was like, güey, es que pues, son muchas cosas, güey. Se me juntan muchas cosas, güey. Pues, ¿qué quieres que haga, güey? ¿Quieres que les falte mal a todos? No, what do you want me to do? Just start crying. I'm going to break down, bro. Fuck it.
Está bien. Just...
No.
¿Sabes qué? ¿Sabes qué, güey? No.
¿Qué, güey?
Yeah, I added you to the group.
Bet. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Oh, shit. Maromas? I'm going to start asking for, like, party supplies. I'm like, does anybody have a moon bounce to borrow?
You get kicked out.
Yeah.
Recently, they've been kicking up more people out.
So, like, if I put a link to the podcast, you think? I'm like, what you got?
Well, first of all, they're going to roast you. And then they're going to kick you out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo no digo nada, güey.
You wouldn't even defend me?
No. I'm saying, like, because that group chat is also known for having people, like, fight or, like, debate.
Oh.
Right? I've never told you about stuff like that?
No, I think you've told me que... I don't know how to say this.
One time specifically, I remember people were going at it, like legit. People were upset.
What were they mad about? Was it like a performance or something?
No, it wasn't a performance.
I think you said before that they have like music debates and stuff.
They have that too, but when I'm talking about, I think they were just kind of like, they were joking around too heavy, and it just got serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, pues chinga tu madre, no, pues chinga la tuya. Aquí te veo puto, quién sabe qué, you know? And,
I'm going to report them. Report comment of offensive bullying.
I feel unsafe.
Yeah.
And
I kick him out. Me, new member, like has kicked out problem 1 and 2. Like,
and I remember that being like funny because the next day estaba otro charro que se llama Moy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you were there either.
Probably not,
yeah. And I remember him saying like, I was gonna ask for work, but these guys estaban peleando, and I didn't want to be like, estoy libre, and these guys are like, no, pues también chinga tu madre. You know?
Oh, shit.
And I thought the same thing. I was like, I was gonna post like, estoy libre.
Yeah, after reading all the messages,
like, por descanso.
I feel like at that point you're not the main priority. The main priority is to just fight. So like nobody cares what the original intention of this chat was.
Yeah,
which was to help each other. No, wait, but tu madre, wait.
Yeah, but see, you're part of the chat now, bro.
Cool, bet.
A ver qué dicen.
I'm gonna put my OnlyFans link from the podcast.
A ver, what?
Oh yeah, we've been selling your feet pics, bro.
No mames.
Can
you see it?
Oh yeah.
Con la lengüita.
Sí, güey. Ponle pinche crazy glue, dude.
I did.
Entonces se quitó.
Sí.
Mamadas. Anyway, so yeah, I had to put an unexcused absence this week.
Are you coming next week?
Yeah, this week for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's what I was telling Arturo. It's like it's not. I think it's right now. It's the end of the year. I've been getting hit up at school for Cinco de Mayo, so everybody remembers we exist. I've talked about that, but it's like there's like certain times of the year where like things get really busy, and this is one of them. Like the month of April, like I have competitions this past week, so we had all region, which apparently you don't remember what that is. You don't remember that?
I don't remember any of the competitions, bro.
But this wasn't a competition.
Or any of the performances. Like, yo era bien humilde. I just wanted to play. Yo era feliz playing Xbox with you guys. And playing and then going home. The only ones I remember are places where, like, fuck, ni eso. I just remember Festiva.
Yeah, but that's a workshop. That's like
it's a competition.
That's what I'm saying. This wasn't a competition.
Yes, it was.
What I just did at school. Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
God, dude.
Para la gente que no miró.
Okay, so if this is like you're one of those listeners that doesn't know what I'm talking about. So a lot of districts under TMEA, we have this thing called all region, right? Region just means like your region. Like, so we're in a region where there are mariachis around here, right? So like directors, they have their students, you sign them up and you tell them, okay, go and audition on these pieces that we have pre-selected, and then you get ranked. right? Like individually, as a guitarrón player, as a vihuela player, guitar players. Like I never realized, this is something that a lot of high schools do, especially at the level that we're at, which is high school level mariachi. A lot of schools do this. I think when we were around, I don't remember because this is such a long time ago. I think
Exactly.
TMEA. What? No. I remember at least like the big details, but like I don't remember if it was TMEA, but it might have been. TMEA is like the government, right? The Texas music government.
Okay.
What is it, right? So if you remember, you were probably playing harp, or you probably made it as a harp player, guitarrón player. But the point is, you would go in a room, and all the other teachers that signed up their kids, like you audition. You audition on these pieces. We don't see who you are. We just hear you, right? Now I get to be the judge on the other side of the curtain, right? Before, like, I don't know if you remember, you go in a room, there was like a curtain. There was like, you just hear like, and it's like us, teachers, we're just like discussing. We're like, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because we try to make it real official because that's what it is, right? But you're in there, and when you're auditioning, like, it is hard because you're in a room full of guitarrón players, and then like you low key like there's like that competitiveness in you. Like there's like a kid from like a school, and you're like, like so like you want to not like you want to fight the kid, but it's like there's a level of competition, right? Because they're trying to rank who the best students here are, the best guitarrón player, the best vihuela player.
Could you hear your players whenever they came
So
up?
yeah. So the way that works is they always put me as an armonía judge because apparently that's what it is the best I'm at, so like I can hear armonía and I can understand it. So we all have like rankings and we all like put little scores for these kids, but we can't hear them. The only time you hear them is really at the end, because at the end they do like a little bit of a singing portion.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know if you remember, but I don't think we did vocals. Yeah, like now it's part of it. Like
that's if you were auditioning for like being a singer.
Exactly. And now like every instrumentalist, as far as our region goes, like we all sing something. We sing an excerpt of a piece or whatever. Pero el punto es de que that's when I recognize some of their voices. But you'd be surprised because some of my kids don't sing. Like they don't want to sing. They're not solo singers. So when I hear like this X kid sing, I'm like, afterwards I'm like, oh, you were number 4, like. No, but I'll be like, oh dang, like I couldn't recognize, because I never hear you really sing out like that. But since it's part of the requirement to audition, like ahí vas y le echas ganas y vámonos,
Yeah.
But in the end, you get ranked, right? You're either like first vihuela chair, second, third, or fourth, or whatever. And then like at the high school level and the middle school level, there's a honors group, and then there's like a region group. Yeah. Okay. And then those, depending on which group you're in, those are the songs that you play. Like each group had 4 songs.
Okay.
So 4 songs that I had to perform. So the reason I put in my unexcused absence was I had to tell Arturo, like, hey, wait, well, this process technically started back in January when we had the auditions. And in the auditions, I ended up having 4 high schoolers make it, and I had a middle schooler make it. So I'm their director. So I'm like, I gotta be there. It's something that's required of me. That's the one thing that we were talking about too during class, or during the classes over there. But it's like, as a teacher, you do a lot of like extra stuff. Like we're essentially supposed to be there Monday through Friday, but then we're like coaches. Like coaches had to go to baseball games, and they have to go to the track meets and all that stuff. And a lot of time goes into planning that, and so there's a lot of extra work on top of just being at school from 8 to 5 or whatever.
Do you get compensated for that?
Well, so you get paid. So for people that want to be a teacher, usually you get paid as a salary employee. Right. You get paid salary, and then being a director, it's like a coach. A coach does it, but they also get something on top of that. So like we get something called a stipend. And the stipend is like for all the duties that you do outside of just teaching, which is like rehearsals, like these trips that I go to with the kids. And that's all like responsibility, dude. Like if you think about it, all of that stuff like is under your supervision. So since I'm the adult in the room, ya valimos madre, güey.
You're the adult? I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm like standing next to, like a freshman kid that's like 6 foot tall. I'm like, I look like his kid, bro. Like, because they already have full beards. So for some reason, yeah.
You just look at him like, I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah. He's like, you sure, sir? More like, I'm gonna stand behind you, kid. I think you have the surface area to complete this task. But yeah, so that's essentially what it is as a director. Like these are things that you have to do. They're required of you. Your attendance is mandatory, you know. But at the same time, you want to be there, you know, because they're your kids. You get to see them grow up. You get to see them get better every year and stuff like that. So since I had 4 at the high school, like that was cool. Like we were representing, you know, and all the other schools that are from our district, like they're there too, you know. But it's part of the job, man.
Bueno, ganaron o no?
That's what you keep saying, but nobody wins. You know who wins? Music. The love of Mariachi. No. It's like it's something that they get to perform at the end. So they like the top group has to play like the hardest songs. You know, they have to perform the hardest songs. Like they had a couple that were pretty tough. Like they had on Marianera, they had you know, that's a tough song to pull off, and they had O Mi Soledad Internacional. It's a tough piece, you know. And that's the thing too. Like if you're a good player and you have a good audition, you get to play like those tough tracks, you know. And yeah, my kids were up there, and we got to estrenar new trajes. That was the other thing that we got to do. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. We had been waiting those for a couple years, and we finally got to like actually wear them and like put them on stage somewhere. So I've been waiting for trajes, man. Like that's the thing as a director too. Like we kind of handed like the groups. The group is kind of handed like the trajes that when I first got there. Like that's the trajes that were there. And you remember our first trajes, like when we got to school, right? Like they were the connection ones, like at our high school. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're a little simple, man. Like, and I remember for many years I would go to like TMEA. There was a year that my student made it to the All-State Region Ensemble over there in San Antonio, and over there, like she had to be wearing, you know, like our traje. So it's the thing about that traje is it doesn't look that bad, but it's more like when you put it next to all these kids from the valley where they have like rhinestones and, you know, gala and, you know, they have the school pride and everything. Like there's a huge difference in quality, you know. And I mean, every program is different, so like we had to wait a couple of years, but like finally, like it literally felt like finally we got to put something together for the
group. A picture of it?
Yeah, we showed it to you.
No.
Ahorita te lo enseño. Está chingón.
No, ya, wait. I'm like, get my live reaction, bro. No. Tú eres quedado con nosotros, güey.
That's the full traje.
A la verga.
Yeah. It's pretty good, right?
Todo blindeado.
Yeah, like the kids didn't trust me, bro. You know what's funny? It's like they'll just gaslight me into thinking it was cool. What's up? Yeah, he's got a cut. Anyway, I tell the kids all the time, like they gotta trust me. If they don't trust me, like I don't know what to tell you, but like I've never steered you wrong. So like what happened with the traje was I didn't tell them much about it. I knew like what I could put. I had like a vision in my mind of how I wanted them to look. But then it was another school in our region's colors. So I was like, no, I can't do it. So like I had to like redesign it. And then in the end, like we got them. They finally saw them and they were all like, oh, cool. And then I was over here hearing from them. They were all talking to each other saying apparently that they didn't like them. I was like, pues qué más quieren? You know?
Yeah.
I was like, 7 years to get these and y'all are complaining. I was like, nah, ya valió madre. I was like, but then like I explained to them why I got what I got and like why I put it together like this, and they were like, oh, okay. I was like, damn, let me cook. Shit, bro, man.
Like,
yeah, dude, literally. They're just like grown man, by the way. Go start a family, bro. Like, damn, bro.
This is your sense of style, sir. Respectfully.
Respectfully, it's giving. What the fuck? Nah, man. I like them. What are you gonna do? That's the other thing I told him. I was like, y'all want to wear the old ones? I was like, sáquenlos. Put them on right now, you know. But it's like, no, it really is a blessing, like, because I mean they cost money, dude, and that's the thing too. Like I want them to take pride in what they look like, you know.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, like, I mean, you know what it's like to get a new traje. Like we get some, like I finally felt like proud when we finally got like the Allende traje that had like the hebilla, you know, because it's like. It's finally representing what our name is. Like our old trajes, like we all had different. We talked about this, how like we had been in like established groups for a while, but like we would all have a different black traje or a different white traje. And I mean, pues sí te da cosa sometimes because you're like, damn, dude, like we don't even look like we look like one of them, Arturo, like maromeros, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it just comes a time where like you want to look, you want to look good, and you want to make sure that you look like a group. I think a unity like is a thing that is overlooked sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
No, I just remember of a story. I played with a group called Mariachi Alegre.
Like maromeando?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. And yeah, our broche is the word Allende, and it's half and half, right?
Right.
And it was like for like a girl's birthday.
Okay.
And it was just funny because like the boyfriend hired us for this whole thing, and they came up to us. They're like, thank you so much, And the girl was like, what does your like broche say? And the guy, bien pendejo, was like, alegre, right? Because it's much alegre. I'm like, yeah.
Do they have something that say alegre?
No, but it's just it's because it's Allende and then like alegre.
Smart.
And the guy was just like, obviamente,
alegre.
And I'm like, this pendejo. See?
You had to like cover, you had to censor it.
Yeah. It was just funny.
Man. And it's funny too, because now like if I were to maromear, like that's the black suit that I have. So like, it's like where we are handing out our cards.
Like, con quien tocas? Like,
alegre, obviously, no, yeah, man. But I was pretty happy like to see them on stage, and I think it rubs off too. Like if you think about it, like they have a new traje, like they feel good about it. They feel better. I think look good, play good, is the thing. Like you take pride in what you do. That's how I feel about my instrument. Like that's why I try to keep it clean, and that's another thing. Like your instrument is like the thing that's paying for you to like to continue mariachi and play good and stuff like that. So like you gotta take care of it.
Right.
Like I'll pick up someone's vihuela, way, todo like mugrienta. I was like, ándale, way. Just the strings todavía son los de Gaspar, way. Like from like they're just
they're still made of gut, bro.
Sí, way. Yeah, ándale, they're still made of guts, man. Dr. G's like, actually, no, yeah, but it was so that's what I was doing. I was out there. I was being a director, and just watching my kids, flourish. Kind of show off their skills a little bit, and I was missing you guys, obviously.
Bro, that reminds me. You sent me like a snap of you at a bar. I was like, "Joder, tu puta madre!" Like,
no, that's the thing. When I sent you that, so
con los otros, they offer him a shot, and he's like, "No, thank you. I'm above the influence." Una mamada así. Like,
yo puro estudiar.
Sí,
Sorry.
Yo soy maestro.
Chica.
Te dolió.
Nah, sí me dolió. No, it's because look. So that's the thing too. So the cool thing about this was like you get to reconnect with people. That's another part of this. But anyway, it's going somewhere. I promise. Yeah. So like I was out there with my kids and stuff. It was the whole thing's over.
At the bar.
No. Chill, man, I could be out of way. No, and once it was over, like so some of the clinicians you knew them, like the one doing one of the region was la esposa de Muñeco, Erika.
Oh,
she was one of the clinicians, and again, like we get to talk, more than just like Facebook friends, and lo mismo con Jason, who I just talked about for the TMEA, Jason Molina. Okay. Yeah, he was there. He was my little sister. Oh, that's another reason. My little sister made first chair on violin. That's cool. So I mean, she's gonna be in the group, Mariachi Allende. Like she's learning corrido de Chihuahua right now. No, like literally, they play corrido de Chihuahua. Yeah. So ya se la sabe. It's just that it's like at 80 BPM. It's a lot. Like Arturo's like 1, 2, 3. But yeah, my little sister, she's getting up there. Like she made first chair on voice too. And that's cool because like my little sister, like she's young still, and like I think who told her, or it might have been Jason, because Jason found out that she was my little sister there. And like if you remember when I was talking about Jason here, I was like, hey, like I met him in 8th grade, like, and he was the one teaching me how to do an upstrike and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now he's like teaching at UNT and TWU. Like, yeah, he's over there like doing big things and stuff. And suppose they invited him to come to be a clinician. And it's funny because my little sister, who's in 8th grade, is like in that same class.
She's in 8th grade? 8th grade?
She's in 8th grade, yeah. Okay. She goes to high school next year. Yeah, PJ Salad, dude. and he was saying that like I forgot someone apparently there told him that this is Sammy's sister. And then he was like, "Oh damn!" Like he's like, "Damn, that just made my back hurt." He's like, "Cause I met you when you were in 8th grade." I was like, "Yeah, dude, pues ya todo viejo, ya tengo canas, güey."
How old is Jason?
I don't know, but he's looked the same my whole life, dude. No cambia, you know. Good for him, yeah.
I look older than him, I think.
Huh?
I look older than him, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the beard though. Maybe that's what it is. Because he, I don't know if you remember, he used to have facial hair. Way back in the day. Yeah, he used to have a goatee. Yeah, and like now he's just always been like fully shaved. Yeah. But he was there. He was a clinician. Got to reconnect with him. Karin Gerardo. She violin player. She used to play with Rosas.
Yeah, I know she is.
And then the last one was Gino.
Gino.
Yeah, who I just talked about on the pod. También, I told him he got married and stuff. Yeah. But it was cool because I get to reconnect with them, and then the other part of that too is like us as directors. Like we're always looking for an opportunity to watch someone else teach. Especially because they're your kids. Yeah. So, like, what's their approach to, like, teach kids their age and stuff like that? So the whole idea is, like, okay, well, let me see what I can pick up as a director. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing differently from me and stuff? Yeah. And, like, that also helps us. Not just the kids, but, like, it helps us because now we know how to approach this kid, you know? But anyway, so, like, later on that night, like, we went, they had, like, a director's dinner, kind of, and we all ate and stuff while you guys were slaving away and gigging, you know. Perdón. And then, me and Gino, we hadn't reconnected in a while, so we went out and we just grabbed a little drink. We just hung out.
No, qué bonito.
He had very kind words to say about you.
For real?
Yeah, he said you're very cute.
No, bro. What you say?
No. Like, he talked about the time you went to Vegas. Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, didn't he go with you guys like somewhere? Like, yeah, and you were like, yeah, that one was. That's why I asked you. I was like, did you play bass on that or did you play harp?
Yeah, I was on bass.
You were on bass. Okay.
I still had my mora guitar on.
But did you fly there?
Yeah, they flew us over there.
Wow. So what was that? Because we were talking about that, but it was like at a casino. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was at a casino. It was something like for Tejano thing, Tejano music. Because I remember we saw Robert there too.
Oh, like randomly, right?
Íbamos to the charros, and then Robert was like with some Tejano group. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and that's what's funny, dude. Like when you told me that story, because I was like, what the fuck is Robert doing in Vegas? You know. He's like our boy, you know, todo charro también, you know, and it's like, what are you doing in Vegas? You know? Yeah, dude. But that's cool because like that's an opportunity that like Gino kind of included you on, and you got to go to Vegas.
Yeah, I helped him out like
a couple times actually.
Yeah, probably like for 2 years. They do this thing, or Azteca America did this thing called something romance. Noche de romance.
Noche de romance, yeah.
And I helped them out for like 2 years.
They were like shows, right?
Yeah.
And you would go on harp?
Yeah.
Ah, cute.
But I was like, I'm too trash for this. I don't know.
So you cut it off or what? You fired yourself?
Yeah.
Damn.
I deserve
it,
bro.
That. Yeah. I feel that. I'm very insecure as well, you know. Like, what am I doing here? You know?
Yeah. But Gino is very cool. He's very very nice. We're very like, I don't want to say close because he's gonna be like, chinga. like,
he's like, Victor? Nah.
But yeah, no, pues está bien, güey. I'm glad you got to hang out.
Yeah.
No te saca chambeando, güey.
Sí, güey. Well, I took him to the bar you took me to.
That looked familiar. The Winchester?
Winchester? Yeah.
I like that place.
Because like he calls me and he's like, hey, entonces qué? Like, you want to go like have a drink? And like in my head, I'm like, I don't drink. Like, on the te voy a llevar, güey, el pluckers, you know? Like, you know, so like, and then I'm from Fort Worth, you know, he's visiting my town. I was like, pues donde lo llevo, güey, para que puro Whataburger, güey. Like, so there's like a part of me where it's like, pues donde lo llevo, güey. So like, I thought of two. And kids, I'm not saying go to a bar. I'm just saying, this is a nice bar. You know, like, so like, it was a nice little chill, because I was like, nah, but somewhere we just, you know, just have a quick drink and just hang out. I'm like, And I'm like, was that one time me and Victor went somewhere? I was like, I was on the phone with him, like trying to find it and look for it, because I didn't remember what it looked like. So I was just there on maps, like a creep, like zooming in. I was like, where on this time? I was wait, what the fuck? And then and then I found it. So I was like, here, just meet me here. And then I just park somewhere in downtown and then just walk over, and yeah, we went down there. They ID'd me.
What?
They ID'd Gino. I was like, really? I was like, come on, man. Come on.
Fucking 6'3".
Sí, güey, todo un señor. He thought he was bringing his son. Like, yo, I was like, todo monillo, güey. Like, hi, how you doing?
I like that place.
It was chill.
It's a little like hidden gem.
Yeah. Especially because you go down. Yeah. So it feels like you're going to like somebody's basement.
Fucking what?
Yeah, because like it goes down. Yeah, you take those steps to go down.
It's like a lower floor.
As I'm saying, it's a basement.
I was gonna say it feels like Diagon Alley.
Oh yeah, diagonally. Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
Oh yeah, it was chill, and we just hung out. We talked about you and talked about Robert. No, pues sí, pues you come up, güey. Pues I mean, he was like, pues cómo les va allá and todo. Y, nah, pues ahí bien. Pues ahí el Victor, give him massages. Ahí la lleva, No, pero but it was cool. Like we got to reconnect, and that's what I mean. Like all these opportunities like happened. Like, he's going as an educator too. The other part that I like too is my students got to interact with this guy that like I've known for quite a while, and he even like talked to me about your kids were these, right? He's like, oh, pues no toca muy bien, and he's like, what I like the most about not just my kids but like the kids that he taught. He's like, son muy respetuosos. And that's one of the things that I kind of like latched onto because I was like, he says he's gone before to like teach other places. And I don't want to say like that. It's more like sometimes you can see when like a kid knows they're good y como que tienen como un cierto carácter. You know what I mean? And sometimes even an adult, like even if they're there to teach all region, like they can pick that stuff up. And that's what we talked about on here where it's like, you never know who you're going to interact with. And like, it matters how you talk to people because that's the thing. Like you could be the most talented person in the room with, like just natural skill.
Right.
Pero si no sabes hablar y you don't know how to be respectful towards others and stuff like that, like that's what people remember more than anything. Yeah. They'll be like, este güey toca con madres, güey, but he's a little dick. He's just, he doesn't know how to talk to people and he's just like, that it's not worth the hassle. And that's the sentiment they have. Right. And he was actually praising the kids here forward. He was like, dude, like bien respetuosos todos. And all of them like gave me a lot of props and thanks for like being out here and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that makes me happy because I mean, one, my kids didn't give them any trouble. And at the same time, like the other kids in Fort Worth that are their peers, like also didn't give any trouble. Más que nada, like at some point, hey, these kids, they end up going to Texas State or somewhere down there where, closer to San Antonio where he's at. And, they made a lifelong connection there. And I feel like that's very useful in today's time and age, So that made me happy.
I think like being part of like a good musician is not just how you play and what you can play. It's also like, I think it's like a little... what is it called? Like a little pie chart where it's also like including like communication skills and, being respectful to your peers, to, I was going to say patients, clients, and being able to, like know your place, still gets chingón, but you're like doing la pelas,
Yeah.
Nobody's going to hire you.
Yeah.
Vales verga.
And that's one of the things too you talked about. It's like later on, and you've said this, but just like the amount of students that should be learning like rap and music theory so that they're able to change keys and stuff like that. Like that's all stuff that even a kid that like pues toca chingón and everything, like that's still a thing that lacks. And he's saying that even where he's from, and I think it's very relevant too. It's like, we want to try to teach the kids that like if they want to play outside of school and they want to, open up opportunities playing and stuff like that, like they have to learn that it's more than just learning what's on paper. It's like pues en la mente, what are you truly picking up,
mi mente. But yeah
so that's why I sent you that that picture. I was like, because me too, I was like, what am I doing here? There's like people out here like just having the time of their lives and it's just me and Gino talking about life. And he's like, hey, where's your group? And I'm like, damn, they're probably working right now, huh? I was like, let's send a picture of Victor.
Chisculeros.
See you. No, wait. How did it go with you? I mean, so my replacement is Paco, right?
Yeah.
My Paco, if you don't know who Paco is, he's our guitar player. And so I always imagine like Arturo maybe does try to look for somebody. It's like you said before, like Paco's kind of like a performer. Like he wants to perform. He wants to be out there playing, you know. And you remember on Thursday we had the full group. I was like, chingado.
Surprisingly.
I was like, it was Mariachi Allende Premium, like Premium Plus, like eran todos, güey. I was like, a la verga, güey.
They could afford it this time.
Sí, güey. Por eso nos tocó menos chido.
¿No te tocó nada, güey?
Sí, güey. Pues no, todavía no. He hasn't Zelled me, so I'm like, I'm just waiting for the Zell request right now. Like, fuck.
It was like, nah.
Like por faltar. Yeah. Pues it was unpaid, you know, it was unpaid PTO. Yeah.
That's funny.
No, yeah, but so he was my replacement, right? So how did that go?
We did a misa. We haven't done a misa in a while.
We haven't. We I think this is the longest stretch of gigs that we haven't done like consistently misas.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like anytime we play a quince or a wedding, like we'll play the misa and then we'll play the reception. Is that what this was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Arturo blames it on apparently other groups not knowing how to, because misas are very intricate. We don't play as much, but the times we do play, it really matters.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people, like for example, that misa we did, they really praised us because we had a sound engineer.
Like for the coro?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like the guy was like, where are you guys gonna play? Where are you guys gonna, like, who's gonna sing? And we're like, buddy, you're asking a lot of questions. You know, like,
we need Saul for this. You know, que tiene production, what's it called, major or whatever.
Well, he was like, because he was like, the subo, el bajo, you know, he had his little iPad. Mm-hmm. iPads are the thing now, apparently, for sound engineering.
Yeah.
And, he was like, are you gonna stand there? Is this how you want the mic? Is this like where the song comes from? I'm like, buddy, it's just an hour. Like, you know.
But this is his whole life, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
For Jesus.
Le está echando ganas.
Yeah.
And he was very, he said something like that, like you're not, just, like, don't play that song because it's Easter time.
Oh,
and so
that's another thing.
Like, I don't want you to play it because I don't want to go to hell. And I'm like,
he said it like that?
Yeah, he said it.
I don't think it's that serious. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
And that's all, like, props on Arturo. Arturo's very into like stuff like that.
He's knowledgeable on the subject itself.
So he knows what songs not to play, what songs to trade out, replace from certain times of the year. For example, Easter's coming up, so like
No Gloria.
Yeah, no stuff like that. Tiempo de estar triste. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's what it is.
And so the guy really told us, like, wow, you guys, like, play really well and you know the scripture. Mm-hmm. And I was like, he knows the scripture, actually. Like, it's just one guy. It's just Arturo. Like, and then it was funny, too, because he sent me, like, the audio for El Salmo, because we're supposed to do El Salmo también.
Was it a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, one that Arturo wrote out.
Yeah, and I'm listening to it and everything. And then I'm guessing it was dos salmos, maybe? I don't know how it's called, because usually a person will recite a verse, and then we recite something, but it's cantado, right? That's how I think it works. Yeah. I know nothing about this, so Arturo right now is like, pendejo.
Con todas las chamas que you've done, you know, at church.
And Arturo was ready to sing, and then the girl that was like reciting that her verse, she did the second one too. And so we're all like, como gatito, you know? Like, and then
this wasn't according to plan.
The sound engineer was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like, "No, descansen." Yeah. I'm like, me saqué el AirPod because estaba estudiando.
Oh.
Like, me a la verga. And so yeah, we did that. It went well. It was a success.
It's
we
funny
will be coming back.
It's funny that we won't be coming back. No,
es una planta ya.
Sí, wait. No, I'm saying like it's true, man. Like I think when we first started, like
that's where I was going with this. I'm sorry.
What?
Because there's a lot of groups that don't know about that.
Exactly. Yeah. The church set list and like how that goes down.
Yeah. And so Arturo blames that we don't do as many misas, or like misas are not as common for mariachis, because he's seen a lot of churches complain about other groups are like they're playing Gloria in these times or something like that, or like they tocan feo or whatever, and that's what he blames it on. There's just groups that don't know anything about church, scripture, los tiempos penosos. I don't know, you know, and that's apparently one of the reasons there's not much work haciendo misas. Because there was times where like we would do like maybe 2 or 3 misas. Y luego los jales.
Yeah.
And pues sale bien, you know, because now you're working all day.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting around the peak time, which is maybe, you could say it's maybe like 7 to like 10, where people are like peaking in their party, you know?
That's when
like,
they want a mariachi.
Yeah.
It's usually dinner time or like right after dinner time. Depends how into mariachi they are, that they want like a mariachi during the baile and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I'm one of those, you know. I think in the beginning, I mean, I grew up. Did you grow up going to church at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom too, like she would take us to church and stuff like that. And I think before I was a musician, I just knew that there were people playing music up there, you know, but I didn't know like the structure of it all. Even when I became a charro, I think too, like I would see Arturo take out the book, like the ones that they have there. When I was a kid, I would just use it as a distraction. I'd just open it. I'm like, what are they gonna read on November 14th? You know, we're in June. Just like, oh wow, you know, like my mom was like, "Pon atención," you know? No, and pues they always had like the coro, right? And then the thing about that though is that it is very structured, and keep in mind like mariachi it's a money making business. So like I can see a lot of groups being like, pues una misa, güey, pues sale, you know. And I think that's even like when we first did our first misa with Imperial, it was like I think we learned a misa, but I don't think we even like, because I remember one of them was called Salmo. But I didn't realize Salmo was like different. Like son diferentes salmos.
Yeah.
So now like looking back, I was like, did we even do that right? Like we probably didn't, you know, who knows? Or I don't know if they cut it or what, but even then too, it's like you said, like hay diferentes tiempos, you know, Easter time, and at that point you're not supposed to be playing certain tracks. So like to the point where like padres will probably yell like, "Hey, we doing?" And it's just like, you know.
I did have an embarrassing time one time.
Where that happened?
Something like that, where I was helping out a group, and thankfully I was on harp, so there's not much to blame me on, you know. But I remember like El Padre asked for some song, and this group specifically had like arreglos. So like the boss gave us like binders, right, of all these arreglos, and I'm like, I got no solos in this shit, you know. But I just remember like they asked for, I don't know, Padre Nuestro, and we're all like, ponte el Padre Nuestro, you know, like, what the fuck? Yeah. And I remember el Padre's like this, right? And
you're like, oremos.
Like, el Señor le está temblando la mano, güey, de que he's just like waiting, you know? And yeah, bro, it's like, and I remember he did this, he's like, ¿no se la saben? No.
Oh, no.
Because he was looking at us like, ¿sí pueden? And then like, they were the players just like, because era un chingo de maromeros, güey. Like, you know, like nobody knew what the fuck. So this guy's like, flipping, like, ¿qué página? Y el padre's like, venimos hoy. He just started singing like whatever he wanted.
Okay.
And the part that impressed me was that el violero like agarró el tono. So it's just like, pum chan chan, pum chan chan. Y de ahí salió un arreglo, güey.
Sí, un desarreglo.
And it was just embarrassing, but this guy saved it. And it was funny. But I just remember being like, muy mal.
Pues a mí también, güey. Es que now, like, sí me sé las canciones de la misa, right? But like, it's still not like 100% sometimes. Like, sometimes Arturo will call like, a hidden gem. And I'm like, Arturo, like, ¿cómo va? Like, you know, because the last time we played was like 2012, way, you know, like, so it's good. I wasn't even in the group, you know, like, what the fuck? But he'll call out these songs, and I'm like, all right, you did give me the intro. Okay, I'm like, oh, okay, we did play that in 2017, but okay, let's go, you know. But I know for sure, like, in the beginning, when it first started with Allende, dude, it was embarrassing, way. It's because empezábamos la misa, and like I still didn't know the songs fully. But Arturo was like looking at me like, "You got it right." I'm like, "I don't got it, sir." Like, you know, I was still on like, you know, he's my boss. Like, he's gonna fire my ass. Todavía, he's gonna fire me. Like, I was still a kid, you know. So like, I would fuck it up royally, man, in front of the Lord. You know, that's a different kind of hurt. He's just like, "Oh shit." He's like on the crucifix, like, How can you do this, you know? Y todos los santitos también te miran. ¿No te la sabes?
Todos los angelitos. Like...
Sí, bro. But that's what I mean, though. Like, I think maybe that's why some people... Because, like, I don't know if you've seen this, too. Like, some people will be playing, like, in a church, like, Hermoso Cariño. And I know there are certain churches that are just like, pues no estamos en una chamba. Like, you can't play songs like this. Like, we'll play songs outside of church, you know, like when they walk out, like si es una boda or something, and they'll be like, oh, you know, can you guys play like una canción aquí afuera, you know, for the videographer y todo el pedo, whatever. So we'll go out there, we'll play Hermoso Cariño or like, you know, Motivos, you know, something lovey-dovey. But it's like they'll play it inside the church.
Right.
And that's kind of like maybe because they don't know rap or something, and it's like this doesn't fit what the church is. I mean, at the end of the day, like a church is like la casa de Dios, you know, like everything that's talked about in there is, you know, for Jesus, you know. So I think that's where some people maybe who are not knowledgeable in how a church kind of does everything, pues you couldn't offend, you know, like the padre or, you know, anybody else there who's like
la señora que se sienta hasta enfrente, like,
sí, the one that's got the little veil, la viejita, she's holding a rosary, she's gonna be like muy mal,
la chabelita,
yeah. So it's just it's a weird street. So you guys played a misa?
Yeah, we played a misa.
Quinceañera? You said a quinceañera?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know?
Sí. And then we went to Seafood Shack.
Wait.
¿Qué?
Oh, para comer.
No, para jalar.
No, that's what I thought. I thought you were talking about Thursday. No. Oh, so you guys had a break? A little break? Oh, okay.
Vamos a comer.
Sounds good right now.
Sí, güey. I moved on from the flautas, güey.
What'd you get?
I got the tostadas de camarón.
Those are all right.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. I want to try their fish tacos.
I thought you did.
No, but like with fried fish. I think I got them grilled that time. I got them fried, but me lo trajeron grilled, and I was like, para no hacerle de pedo. I was like, I'll just put a 1 star on Google and I pedo. Yeah. But yeah, I want to try something different there too. Yeah. It's just like, all reliable. It's just it's really good. So I'm like,
no, sir. Everything's good in there.
Yeah.
It's just pricey.
You know?
And then we went to the reception. Todo chido.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah, it was. No, you weren't there for that gig either. God damn, Sammy. Yeah. Ya ve, güey, ya ve los jales, no mames.
Well, that's the thing too. You're my source, way. Like you got to be the one to.
You can't leave like carelessly through me.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to go. Sí, Paco acaba batallando, güey. He wants to.
You're talking about Paco.
Está con los perros. Está con los perros, like, you know, when you have him like caged up, and then they like the whole party's having fun. They're like. That's him playing Vihuela, bro. Because he doesn't want to play. He wants to sing.
Yeah.
So this guy's just like playing. He's like, yeah. I'm sorry, Paco.
No, I've seen it before. It's like you told me también. It's like se distrae. Yeah. So he's just like looking around, and you're looking at him like, hey, wait. We're in G. You're like on, you're on C sharp. What are you doing? You know. No, but I can see that. It's because I told you. That even happens like when I'm playing with him. Like he's a guitarist, right? But like he'll be distracted. He'll just be distracted. So where they're playing like una rancherita, way. Y él está en un guapango, way. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. And he's like, ahorita vengo, way. Leave the guitar, walk off. Like that'll happen too. Like we'll be playing, and I'm like, you know, just vibing, and I look over, I'm like, la guitarra, way.
Some kid just like, wee.
Some kids fucking like putting the headstock in their mouth. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing, kid? He's like, déjalo.
No, yeah, la guitarra tiene unos putazos, güey.
Sí, güey. Pues ya de tantas biches desmadres que.
I'm surprised it's still put together.
It's still putting, yeah.
Like todavía suena.
Sponsored. Cordova.
No, you know? So maybe like that Toyota truck that got 2 million miles.
Yeah.
Like fucking Admira or whatever the brand is like, can we buy it back?
Yeah.
Like we want to see what we did right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. ¿Cuántos sones ya le ha tocado, you know, and cuántos putazos, you know.
No manches. I have so many memories of just hearing like, you know, he's like guitarra que se dio la madre.
No, and it's like a running joke, right? Like we'll be at the gig and I'll be like, me and Victor just be vibing, and I look over and I see the guitar, and like legit, like it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like, you know, you get a vihuela, right? You put it somewhere and you like lean it, right? Like you lean it like on something, like a hard surface. And this guy will put it like this. Like he'll put it straight and like it's very susceptible to just going like that.
No,
and that's the issue. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? And then I'll physically go over there and I'll grab it and I'll put it in the right place.
Yeah.
Or I'll just put it in a place on there like nobody. And then he'll walk back. He's like, ¿la guitarra? And he's like, nah, voy al baño.
The guitar is so neglected, bro.
So like, okay, so he's distracted, but like, pues se hizo los jales, right?
Yeah. Ahí andaba.
Is he playing and singing?
Yeah.
So does he put on the Britney Spears thing?
No.
The mic that goes like that?
He just sings into the mic. Así,
Okay.
todo como jorobado.
Yeah. Hump on the back type.
Sí.
Yeah. To like make it.
No, yeah, but ahí anda. The part that made me laugh was the last gig.
Was it a restaurant? I saw that.
Yeah, it was a restaurant. It was outside.
Okay.
It was for some lady que she was like 87 or something. Estaba viejita.
She was like 67 or what?
87.
Perdón.
And me dio un chingo de risa because I guess he was also hungry, you know? So yeah, we say he gets distracted, like he sees something moving and he se va. But this time this waiter passed with like fajitas, right? And this guy is playing like G, and then all of a sudden he moves to like fucking joropo and fa or something. And I'm like, wait, no mames. Y bien tierno, he's like, es que tengo hambre, güey. You know? Like,
he's the type that in the cartoons, you know, when they smell something, they're like,
yeah, bro.
And they float. They float with the food.
Sí, güey, that was Paco. Like,
no mames.
He was like, casi me desmayo, güey.
Es que tengo hambre.
Sí.
Es que no me dan de comer en la casa. Like you start feeling bad for him. Like, someone get him a sandwich.
Yeah.
Hey, you know.
It's like, I'm hungry, man.
Yeah.
No,
Poor guy.
So much Paco was a trip. He's always a trip.
So what was the last gig?
It was a party. It was a birthday party.
For that old guy?
Lady. Una señora que cumple 87 años.
Oh, okay. It's because I heard it was a guy. That's
Who?
Why. Right now? I thought you said it was a guy.
No, I said Paco was a guy.
Right. No, pues está bien. No, but so it was his birthday. Her birthday.
Her birthday.
Her birthday. It was her birthday. And y'all just played the hour? ¿Es todo?
Yeah.
¿Con sonido o no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, pues ¿para qué?
Yeah. Did they feed y'all at the end?
No.
No?
No, Paco was just like,
damn.
I'm hungry.
Because it was at a restaurant, I would think maybe.
No, it wasn't like the owners. It was. It was someone rented like the outside venue.
Gotcha.
Y andaban.
Yeah. So what time did you get home? Was it late?
Yeah, I think when
I snapped you?
I think I had barely been home.
I think I was there till like 1. Yeah, it was like 1 a.m. I think by the time that we finished. And we were just talking or whatever. And then I was like, chinga, wey. La una, wey.
I was just home, bro. I was scrolling.
You're doom scrolling?
And it said, Sammy, send you a snap.
Uh-huh.
I was like, che foto de encuerado, qué pedo.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
You're like, we're so fast with it. You already had it ready. No, back in the day, dude, you had a timer. Dude, do you still have those? You still have a timer on Snapchat. Oh, I think you still can.
For what?
On Snapchat, like when you snap somebody, I had a timer.
Oh, I think you can adjust it, yeah.
Yeah. But I think now I just send the ones that are infinity, which is like.
You just look at it forever.
Right. But as soon as you click off of it, it's like.
Yeah. You can't even save the images now.
Do you remember when you used to have to hold Snapchat?
Vaguely.
That's old, bro. Grown man, by the way. Yeah, it's because like you would have to hold down the snap to watch it, and then as soon as you let it go, right. Yeah, like you couldn't do it hands free. I remember that. Yeah.
And I think videos were later.
No, they were limited.
It was just like it was like 10 seconds, right?
Something like that.
And then I remember you couldn't
Everything
couldn't write like more than a sentence. The little thing they give you.
You had to make it fit on the little black linea or whatever, and you had to make it one sentence. And if it was more than that, the chingaste. Right? So I remember you'd have to like write, like you had to edit your sentence to make it fit, and if not, you would write like words all close to each other or some shit like that, just to make it work or whatever. Yeah.
It got boring real quick.
What, Snapchat?
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point I only use Snapchat because I have the streaks.
Yeah, me too.
This is like one of those things where like I saw on TikTok where it was things you shouldn't do as a grown ass man. It's like have Snapchat streaks.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. No, I mean it's because it's me and my wife. We have like one of like 3,000. I'm just trying to get something for free from Snapchat at this point. I feel like we have invested.
Well, what didn't you? Didn't they contact you one time?
Yeah, and I sent them something, and they didn't say anything.
Huh?
I sent them something, but they never replied. So I'm like,
oh,
yeah. I'm gonna hit them back up. I'm like, do you not like me? You know? What are we?
I feel like you hate me right now.
I want you to stop being mean to me. Yeah. No, yeah, but it was a pretty packed week. Like I think I'll have a normal week this week. I think I'll go. I'll be there, and I will be a present member of Mariachi.
I'm like, for how long though?
Yeah, the month of April will have some days. Te digo, it's not something I want. It's just algo que pasa, you know.
Sammy.
Yeah, but I will always think of you guys. Cuando ando pedo in the bar, I'm like, I just wait a while.
I'm like, well, you drink with us.
I do.
No, you don't.
I only had like 2 vodka Red Bulls. That's all it was.
Damn.
Y todavía me dio sueño, güey. Llegué a la casa y me noqueé, güey. I was just tired.
Llegué a la casa todo.
Nah, güey, no mames. Me van a clipear, güey. No.
I don't know how I got home.
Oh, qué la chingada. Ni que fuera... ¿cómo te decía? No, ya, pues, llegué bien bueno.
El árbol está todo tirado.
¿El qué?
El árbol.
¿Se secó? So I guess what? You have anything else for the weekend? Pretty much it.
No, it was fun. Le echamos ganas.
Like I said, I'll be there.
Next week is also pretty full, no?
Yeah, that's what I saw. I'm like, chingón. Because that's the other thing I told you. I was like, I'm not working, so I'm not getting that income. So I'm just like fucking...
Wait, you're on salary.
Wait, es diferente, güey. Todavía te afecta.
You're on salary.
It does, no. Todavía hay miles, güey. Those don't stop. The government's like, cough it up. Anyway, we'll get into Charro chat real quick so you guys can go home and sleep or whatever. This person says, when are we getting featured guests on the pod again? I want to be on the pod. When are we getting featured guests on the pod?
Yeah, we haven't done one.
Honestly,
who though? Right? Like, it's like,
this guy, if only somebody wanted to be on the pod. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do this. Like, if he really listens to the pod, we can tell right now. If you say koala, if you text us koala,
okay,
then we know you saw it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe we'll start an interview for you. It's 3 interviews you have to pass. And then we'll let you join the podcast. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. If you DM, so the person who sent this question, if you DM us the word koala,
yeah, that works.
You'll be on the pod.
Yeah. Because then that shows he watches
it. Yeah, exactly.
So that's fair.
Yeah. I feel like that's fair, right? That's the thing too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, people have asked me to be on the pod. But don't take this the wrong way, people. Like, the pod is the pod, but at the same time, it's like, have you been supporting it? I mean, that's the other thing. Like, very early on when we first started it, it was like, oh, dude, put me on the pod, this and that. And I'm like, it's not that I don't want you on there, bro. But like in the beginning, it was... In the beginning, it was always like the people that we've interacted with, we understand, we know. Even like the higher market guests that we've had, like we've had a personal connection with them all and stuff like that. And I've considered like putting people out here. Like I still have all these ideas of people putting them on here and stuff like that. I think the other part of that is just like the scheduling, dude. Like it's
that's always tough.
We're just trying to get us together, and then to put that with another person, that's hard too, man. And I'm always apparently missing. And then ahorita the baseball season just started.
Que la chica, no, hombre.
Por eso te digo, güey, it's just there's a lot to it. So it's like it's not as easy as it sounds. But point is, like, it's not that we don't want you on the pod or anything. It's just that like it's scheduling and stuff like that. But here's the other thing, like I do know of a lot of people that I'd like to put on here just to get like their perspective on things, and I want listeners to hear them and like see their perspective and stuff like that, because we don't have it all. we don't have all the perspectives of mariachis and charros in the world. So like, the best way to get that is like, hey, let's get somebody else on. So DM us the word koala, and we'll try to make it happen.
Yeah.
Sale? Okay. Bet. Now everybody's gonna send us the word koala. This person says, I like to think of Morales instruments as the Mia Khalifas of the instrument world. Who's that?
What's that?
Explain to me in layman's terms.
Like the Burj Khalifa.
The Burj Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, that's the tallest building in the world.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Morales is the tallest instrument maker in the world.
I mean, I don't know. Debatable. He wasn't that tall. He wasn't that tall.
But in quality.
In quality.
And sound.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's what I'll say about that. Like, the most professionals of professionals all use Roberto.
True.
For the most part. Or they have it in their arsenal. Like, you'll always see like one of those top dogs in the mariachis. You'll see them at some point use a Roberto, right? You can't say that with the other luthiers right now. Like, you'll see one like pop up, with another luthier and this and that. But I think the Morales, the brand Roberto Morales that they made, someone will always have a Roberto on stage at some point for a professional recording. And it's probably what's been recorded on like on discos and stuff like that. They probably were using a Roberto,
Yeah.
I think it's like in the electric guitar world, like it's like getting a Gibson, it's like getting a Fender. Like it's that brand. It's that brand that everybody uses in a studio setting and stuff like that. So
I think the only equivalent that did something like that was Villegas.
Harps?
Because everybody uses Villegas now.
With harps?
Everybody's slowly transitioning into that. And
I've noticed that.
That's something that like a lot of instrument makers have their phases. Like I remember the one around like our high school time was Allende. Like he was kind of coming up, and then it faded, and then there was Mora. I think Mora had its time too. And then I forgot that guy's name. Meras. A lot of people were getting Meras for a while too.
Meras was like, he's up and comer, and again, he's out there. He's still making instruments. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying.
And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that there was like they had like a peak. And then
etapa. It's an era. Yeah.
And then you didn't hear much from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's hard to keep your fire going. Maybe. And Villegas did like everybody's like because it's not just mariachi, like like los llaneros are using it, los paraguayos are using it. Classical harpists, I've seen them use it.
You use it Villegas?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're very experimentalist. I think that's also another thing that helps them. Like whatever you ask, like they will try to like conform it.
Okay.
And so I've seen that they've been coming up with like not orchestral like así grandotas, but that same idea, just a little bit smaller.
Well, there you go. I mean, again, like even I'm talking just vihuelas, right? But like guitarrones too. Like you see someone, you can be sitting in the audience and see like a Roberto guitarron.
Yeah.
And again, like the professionals of professionals, like they get one and they hold on to it, and it's because they're the best, dude. I'm sorry. What else can I tell you, So once you find like your good one, it's like you found your Roberto, and that's the one you keep. That's the one you use,
Easy.
This song says, which song hits you emotionally every time you play it?
You have one right now? Let's give it to Mariachi. Come on.
Well, yeah. I wasn't going to.
I thought it would be like Turnpike.
Nah, we already kind of talked about that before. No, this one, which song hits you?
Or Cold Pretzel.
Cold Pretzel? No, it's I don't know. Every time I hear it, I don't know about that. I'm not an emotional person.
Well, the one that comes up like right now.
The one that I always liked, just in general, was maybe it's because I liked it at the time and I still like it now when it comes on. Is la de Échame mi la culpa, but the one by Nuevo.
Oh,
I like how Oscar sings it. It just sounds badass. And if you like, there's a video on YouTube of them playing it like in the studio, and they played it live.
Yeah.
And I remember I liked it so much. Like I even showed that to my students, like because I was trying to talk about like interpretation and like how you can sing and how it doesn't matter like what you sing, but it's like how you interpret it is like So I think I brought up that version of Échame mi la culpa, and it's more like, because the way he sings it, every word is clear. Like every single like inflection that he does with his voice, like, is intentional. And then like it just literally sounds like in my head how it's supposed to sound for some reason. Like when I think of that song, I want it to sound like that. And I think but it doesn't give me my feels or anything. But it's more like I just fucking love that song, the way he sings it. He used to be in Nuevo, now he's in Vargas now, right?
Is he still in Vargas?
I don't know. Oh, who knows, right? He might not be. I think. Oh, he was in Las Leyendas or whatever.
Oh,
yeah. Mexico.
I'm like the real ones. Or no?
Mixed.
Okay.
Mixed. Yeah. What you? I don't know, something.
Fuck. De mariachi.
Jarabe Tapatio.
Jarabe Tapatio. Jarabe pa mi tío. Las bodas de Luis Alonso.
También. Está bueno.
Las rondinelas.
También.
El relámpago.
Mm.
Fuck.
I thought you were ready.
Huh? Oh, you know what? There's one called Cien Mil Cosas de Javier Solís. Every time Cien Mil Cosas.
Oh.
Every time I hear it, I always siento bonito. So there you go.
¿Te sientes bonito?
Siento bonito. Like,
is it a
like
love
I
song?
Feel. Yeah.
Oh, it's a love song? I gotta listen to this.
Está chida.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. So I can see what's up. ¿Me la tocas?
Esa Ahorrate el Mundo.
Wait, la canción.
Stop, Sammy.
I'm sorry. This person says, did you see that Jenny Rivera got a college performing arts center named after her? No, I did not.
Fun fact. I like that.
You like it?
I like that it's a fun fact.
Oh. Did it say fun fact?
No, but I mean, we didn't know that.
Oh, no, I
we
didn't
got
know
educated.
That. Yeah, today.
Be thankful.
I mean, I don't. Am I supposed to be mad about that or?
No, I think he's just. Do you see it? Do you think it's cool?
Yeah, that was my mom's favorite artist, bro. My mom's favorite artist to this day, bro. Jenny Rivera. And I think it's because of like what she represented to like a lot of women and like her. Like if you, I don't know much about her. Like like to be honest, but like my sisters too. Like they all loved her music and stuff like that. And I think what they connected with the most is if you watch like her attitude and how she was like as a person. It's a lot of people connect with.
It's like a slap on like machismo or something.
Yeah, like she was like the type of like I don't give a fuck or whatever. Like I'm an independent woman and stuff like that. And you realize that a lot of like her personality like rubbed off on like women. You know, like they took on that personality and stuff like that, and or like it awoke something in them. So that's true. You know, I'm cool with that. And that's like when I read that too. That's why I say like, was I supposed to be upset because of this? Because if something is named after somebody, keep in mind like cuantos like I guess you could say like Hispanic or like I think she was Mexican American because she was born in the U.S. But point is like you really realize like how little representation we have like in media and places and stuff like that. Like so if I see something named like Jenny Rivera Performing Arts Center, I'm like chingon way. It was like one of us made it. You know, like one of us with that at least has like that Hispanic heritage is out there. Like and then they made a move enough to like put something like this. Because keep in mind, like most libraries and stuff like that are named after, or like a performing arts center or a building are always named after whoever donated the most. Yeah. Like it's always like so and so school library, and it's because their father or their family like donated X millions of dollars to this facility. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but like there's nothing about that building that shows any sort of representation towards myself. So it's like I see that. And I'm like, I don't have a connection to that. But like, if I'm going to a performing arts center that says Jenny Rivera, I'm like, oh, my mom liked her. That's cool. And then I just go perform.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's fair.
Chun 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 chun. Yeah, so that's cool.
I like that take that you took. I think that is true. Pero si no se quedó onda that she's like, esa no porque me meo.
She said that?
Yeah, there's a song that Arturo puts on, and it starts like that. She's like.
Esa no porque me meo.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. That hits right here, bro. Just imagine you're like, is that no? Oh no. Throw me out. The big old streak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good time.
I
can see it. Next one says, if one of you stops gigging, will the pod still continue? That's a good question. What do you think? When does this podcast end?
You ask me that all the time.
Yeah.
And I always say, hasta que se acabe.
Yeah. I think I've been getting that question too from other people. I think it's because they know we've done it for a while. They'll ask me, like, how's the pod going? I'm like, oh, pues chingón, güey. Pues ya somos millonarios, you know. You know, we just do this for fun now.
We do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, for the love of the game. No, and I think I just tell them, well, I mean, it's kind of like, I think it's just been, like, since the beginning, like, if we have the opportunity to do it, just do it, you know, put it out there. And I'd like to think that it's helping people and people still, like, go out of their way to talk to me about it and stuff. I don't know how often you get that. But maybe it's because I go to a lot of, like, mariachi stuff, but
I do get some messages that I should have responded to where they're like, this podcast helped me a lot.
Respond, you dick.
I know.
It's PR. That's why everybody hates us now. That's why everybody's blocking us. It's Victor's fault, guys.
I'm sorry. It's good. I have this thing. I suck. Just, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I enjoy it because I mean I like hanging out with you. Toge, no.
Toge.
And I think that we both like we don't have to do this.
We don't have
to,
you
know. And I think we both we both show that we like doing it, and because I mean, you come out of work tired, and I'm just tired.
He's like, todavía.
You know, we both have stuff that we need to do, and we still like, and we both still make an effort to show up.
Yeah.
You know, and pues yo creo que hasta que uno se cansa, güey, you know, pues ya ahí muere.
Yeah, I think that's what I've thought about too. It's like I think the day where I'm just like I feel like we shouldn't do this anymore, or it's like for what reason? Because I still know the reason. The reason I still think is because people still listen to it and they still share it, and I hope they're sharing it with other people. And I always like think like if someone's even discovering us like now in this very episode, like I hope that they go back and like the other day I did that. I went back to like the first 2 episodes and stuff like that, just to listen to. Dude, our voices are different.
Yeah.
Like we have gone through a lot of years at this point, so like our voices are different. Like you can tell, like we were just still getting into it, and now it feels like, well, yeah, we just get here, we just start, right? But in the beginning, like that's how it was. Like we were still like very unsure. So I hope they go back and they notice, hey, but there's been a change.
What I can see too quality. is yeah, like, you know, the growth of 2 charros or 2 people that enjoy mariachi. And I see that for, you know, like comparison of the first episode that we ever did to like the last one.
Yeah.
Like how much our maybe our morals or our points of view changed.
Right.
You know, that's cool. I also see like maybe the Dr. G that comes up in 60 years, and they're gonna write a book about mariachi, and they're like, in this year's like style CharroBeans, and like they use that as like a way of finding out how mariachi was in this time.
Yeah, true.
And they're gonna hear us talk about we try to cater to everybody. We don't just chose mariachi anymore. We play whatever the client has asked, and the advancement of musicianship in mariachi, you know, and I think that this can be used as proof of that, you know, because it's a live recording of what was going on in that period or in this period
in current times.
Yeah,
as long as it's not an article that starts like CharroBeans podcast and then it went all downhill from there, you know. As long as it doesn't say that, then, you know, like, fuck our lives work, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, because think about it, like RG in his studies of Colombia and and whatever he did in Mexico. I'm sorry, that's the main struggle. It's like, who do you trust said the right thing, or or like, how do you know this really happened? Like he always yells at us, right? He's always like, el relámpago son jalisciense, and he's like, how you know that? Like, were you there when the El Son de Relámpago was born, huh? Or how you know it came from Jalisco? I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, I was just trying.
Like, damn, bro, shit. Like, con todo respeto.
So Texas, like, I can't even believe.
Yeah.
But that's a fair point. Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And I think something like this could make it easier on somebody that's studying Mariachi in 60 years.
And I will say this too, just because like I see other people trying to get into the same market and stuff like that. And I've said it before, like I try to encourage them because here's the thing about our podcast, like this is centralized to DFW, like what we experience here. Like I can't say what it goes down in Chicago or New York or other parts of California and stuff like that. Like I can't say what it's like over there because again, I'm not over there. So like the stories we tell and the way that we work, like it's literally just here. So like when someone else comes out with the podcast, I'm like, pues chingón, way talk about it because like honestly, we don't know what it's like over there. Our norm is probably not their same norm over there. They're probably looking at us like the mama's way. That's all y'all play, you know.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear about that, you know. And when I see stuff like that, I've also told people like, hey man, pues, you know, échale ganas or whatever, but it's not easy. Yeah. That's the thing. You can make the first 3-4 episodes, but what's hard is the consistency. Like do it, you know, week in and week out and get out the content and everything. And it's a lot, you know, so that's why I'm just thinking like, pues, we'll do this as long as we can and stuff like that. And I hope that it's a long time, but I mean, this is like everything, nunca se sabe. And I mean, you could get more busy. I could get more busy. And it's like, mas, yeah. See, yeah, I got to clock out. But yeah, that's the intention with this pod. Like, I don't know when it stops. I don't think it stops when we gig per se. It's more like when it stops when it stops, if that makes sense. I feel like that's what eventually will happen. Yeah. It stops when it stops. All right. The last one says, why do general music unions work and can benefit members, but mariachi unions have not?
Yo no entiendo.
Why do general music unions? I think it's because is a music union kind of like the actors union, like you know how they have a
like actors' rights.
Do you know about that? Like the actors, I think they're called like the guild, or no, that's not right.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like because you know how they're all like self-employed stuff like that, so they have like certain. So since they're like in a union or whatever, they have rights, bro. Like les dan healthcare, like, and they just have like all these rights to them, and they can't get fired for certain things and stuff like that because of the union. It's like I never heard about that with musicians, so I can't say that I relate to this per se, stuff like that. Especially because too, like we're not in any union, and I've never heard no one's ever approached me like, "Hey, bro, we should band together." Like, so until that happens, I guess I can't say anything.
Not even as a teacher, like a teacher union.
They do have teacher unions, but that's different. That's a whole other thing. That's like my job. Like is it government? I don't know. Point is, there is a union that you can join like, as an educator, and they say like when you're in that union, pues they can't. Not that they can't mess with you, but it's more like you have more like rights because we're all banded together. We're like a chain link. We're all just holding each other.
Right.
But si andas así soltero or whatever, I guess you're just at the wrath of everything. I don't know. But as musicians too, yeah, like I don't know about a music union and stuff like that, but I can see how that would be a benefit. It's like we've talked about this, but like as a musician, you don't really get benefits or anything like that. It's more like
just free food.
Yeah, cuando te dan, güey. But like you essentially sustain yourself as a solo musician, and like your income comes from just being a solo musician, you know? So like that means everything is dependent on you being solo, you know? But like I guess if there was a union and you could band together, no pun intended, band together.
We can sue Arturo.
What if we just take the group, bro?
What's he gonna do? Stop us?
Yeah, exactly. He's busy with his baby, you know, or something, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I can see how that could work, especially because, like, I've heard of like teacher unions and how they help each other out and stuff like that, and they're able to do certain things since they're all banded together. I would think.
You should join one more.
Maybe CharroBean union.
Yeah.
Except it's just us. We have no rights
or
benefits.
We give ourselves benefits.
See, wait. The most we get is like Whataburger.
We can stay out past 10.
Oh, that's cool. My mom lets me eat chips past 10 or past midnight. Yeah, that's it.
Se acabó.
Se acabó el corrido.
Now we're sad. Thank you.
See what you did. That's good. No, yeah. What time is it? It's 9:30, bro.
See, wait.
Yeah.
It's past my bedtime.
For you?
I'm not getting bad.
Yeah. You see? But yeah, that was episode 181 of CharroBeans podcast. We hope, like we said, this is your first episode. Congratulations. You have a lot of catching up to do. And but if it's not, and you've been back and supporting the pod, we appreciate you. And if you want to be on the pod, like I said, koala. Yeah.
You think it'll happen? Should we make a bet?
$5 it happens, or $5 it doesn't happen.
$5 it happens.
And well, I guess I have to be the $5 now, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're shaking hands.
Oh.
Stupid. Felt it in my leg. All right, so anyway, have a good weekend, guys. I hope that you guys work a lot. I will be present this week to tell you what happens this week.
Allegedly,
yeah. I don't think I have anything lined up, but we should be there. You got anything before we take off?
Yeah, you guys be safe. Coman, tomen agua. Protect yourselves against the sun. Please, duerman, descansen, trabajen, estudian, edúquense. Yeah, have a good day, weekend, night, whenever you're hearing this. Show this to your mom. She will like this episode.
Bet.
Because Sammy's showing a lot of skin right now. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's because I'm sitting down. Wait. Se me ven todos mis pies.
There's no reason to have your pilina.
Like, I have no hair, bro.
I was looking at your feet right there.
I used to have more, but it rubbed off. I don't even have hair. Yeah, like you see how I have like women like I feel like I wouldn't even have to shave this or anything. There's no hair here. Tú, güey, todo peludo, güey. A la verga, güey. No mames. No, yeah, I'm cool cat, bro. I hardly have armpit hair. You know that, right? Yeah, I'm like cool. I'm chill. I have no chest hair, no nothing. I'm like a hairless cat. I love it. Anyway, this is episode 181. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Bye. Oh, shit.